And it looks like we're live. Audio levels are coming through.
Oh, dang.
I think we're all set. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the goddamn show. We're going to play some Weird Frontiers and a little campaign that started out as Rime of the Frostmaiden, but, you know, I didn't like it. So now we're just kind of making our own path in the frigid north up in Alaska in a little valley called Icewind Dale, because that's now in Alaska. If you look at your map, or go to your local library and look at a globe, it's right there in Alaska. I called up the fucking map people. I'm like, hey, you got to add this shit, and they did it because I'm fucking cool like that. Yeah, last time we left off, we were getting ready to fight a metric shitload of these weird mushroom fungal zombies. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You all were heading to where you believe Atlantis is. Your wizard person you're escorting is heading you in that direction. You came across this old campsite, and there was just a bunch of people stumbling towards you, and Glint started taking pot shots, managed to drop one of them, and in doing so, their hood fell back, and you could see the giant fungal growths coming out of their head. And that's what we're gonna do. So let's just go ahead and just get some initiative rolled, and we'll get right into it.
All right then.
Snap.
Let's find some tokens and click on those suckers.
There you go. Get my. Oh, you know what? After we get initiative in, we'll have to do our intros. I forgot that.
We can figure out who's going to die first, and then
yeah,
We all know who that is.
that's true. Too Old and I went to Hoo Hot for lunch today, and he was getting the zucchini noodles, and it must have been like one single 6-foot zucchini noodles. It was some real like Three Stooges kind of shit, because he kept trying to put it in the bowl, and it was too heavy and sliding back out. So finally, he has to set his bowl down. It's just two hands just ripping this one zucchini noodle, just lift it, just pulling like a magic trick. And eventually, he got the entire goddamn thing into his bowl. Who are we missing? Jake, I need your initiative still, and Glint, and the Lion. Lion, did you roll?
Oh, I didn't click on my dealie. My apologies.
That's fine.
I was trying to find.
You got yours. Yours is a 9.
Trying to remember what those boots were called. They're there.
They were the boots made for walking.
I was looking for them in handouts for some reason, and they're not actually handouts.
They're not, because, I'm lazy. Jake, what was yours? Yours was a 15.
Because I feel like I need to go ahead and try them out, like immediately.
Yeah.
And
Nothing
Dan,
can go wrong.
Yours was a
just click your
26.
heels. Think of pleasant, warmer places, and that there's no place like home.
Oh, there's no place like a tree for me to fall out of. So,
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. All right, and there is a tree there, so totally could fall out of that tonight. Let's go through to introductions. I'm Chuck. You're on Defenders of Kobold, so good fucking job. Next up, right underneath me, we've got Bert. Bert, who are you? Where can we find you? Who are you playing?
Well, tonight I'm masquerading as Bert, who's playing El Leon, the world famous wrestler.
That's
Yeah, I do some stuff like this on my own Twitch stream, twitch.tv/SteveStillMurder.
There we go. All right, underneath Bert, we got a Dan.
hey, Dan, I'm playing Glint tonight. We'll see if I'm Sleepy Dan or Shooty Dan.
It's one or the other, never both.
Yeah.
Swinging over the other side, up top, we got a Jake.
Hey, I'm Jake with the Defenders of Kobold, the show that got kicked off of Instagram. I'll be playing a dead Greek guy in the body of a dead American guy called the Olympian.
Very cool.
He talks to ghosts and has a gun.
He does. All right, next up, we got Jeff.
Hey, twitch.tv/lollygaggers. We do games on the internet Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays. But tonight I am playing Mama Purdy, who is an ornery several ex-husband hellbilly who drinks from a magical unending jug of hooch and likes to play a washboard and sing soothing songs to these folks.
Fairly accurate. And the Shakety Shakety is a fan favorite.
Shaggy.
Let's see. Next up, we've got Jeremy.
I'm sorry. But if you like comic books or other nonsense, you can go to the Plutecast, PLEWD. But more importantly, right now, I'm going to be Cletus Calloway Redding, and he is the result of the sad thing that happens when you teach the secrets from the Far East to an idiot from the Deep South.
It's a wonderful combination. Absolutely love it. And with that, Glint, it's your turn.
All right. Well, since I've fully committed on this one here, I think I'll try and use my my movement to get up to the tree first.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to think how far I can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably right up by the tree, it looks like.
You should be able to move yourself, can you? There you go.
Should be able to get right up to the end, and then I'm going to try to jump up in it with my boots.
Okay. Go ahead.
Because why not?
I gifted these to you all before I knew there was a magic section in the book. So this is one of the Bedlamites inventions. So
I assume it's just a straight D20 for it, or do I get any?
Usually intelligence bonus?
I think seeing as it's not your class item, I wasn't going to give that. So we're going to go, just give me a flat D20.
Okay.
Don't worry, nothing could happen on a 1.
They don't work, so.
What'd you roll? Let me see.
A 10.
10. Let's see. 0 to 1. It's all crammed up. I'm not going to look for it in that block of text. Okay, it doesn't work. Is that your turn?
I think 11 is the cutoff, and once you hit 12, it works.
That sounds right.
So,
Okay.
with it not working, I'll just try and take a pot shot at
All right, take your pot shot.
this guy over here. So, first card is a 4, so I'm not screwed yet.
Not yet.
Let's see. Roll my. I'm gonna try and do the free bleeder.
Okay.
I think. So I'll roll my D9 real quick. It's a 3, so it should go off. Of course, I don't have the PDF open, so I'll tell you what that does in a bit.
Slacker.
Not that significant. I think he just gets like a minus to his attack
Okay.
at this level. So
All right. So what did you roll? What's your total to hit?
let me get that rolled down. I actually forgot to add my agility, so it's 17.
17's a hit.
Yay! 10 damages.
10 damage.
Yes, indeed.
Dear Lord. Okay.
Might be shooty Dan tonight.
Looks like it.
Still up? I take it.
Let me take a look real quick. Yeah, nope.
Okay. I guess I'll move on to the next one then.
Okay. Move on to the next one for me then.
So it's king. That's +3, isn't it?
Yeah, +3 to attack and damage.
Nice. 25 to hit. I
God
I
damn.
don't know if it counts as a crit on that or not, since I rolled the maximum die size.
It does not. It only counts if the die is 20 or higher.
All right, just figured I'd make sure. 3, 17 more damage. So I'm just gonna keep shooting until I can't.
Yeah, which one was that against?
I just moved on up to the next
Okay,
one.
cool.
And assuming that you'll let me keep hitting people.
That
Okay.
one, you hit it and you feel like you got a real good hit. Dead center of the chest. It staggers for a moment, but it doesn't go down.
Ah, bastard. I'll shoot him again then.
Okay.
7. That's close. Nate. 20.
20 to hit. That hits.
11 more damage.
11 more damage. That one goes down. You hit it. It stumbles for just a second.
Oh, and I'm done. It's an ace.
And it's an ace. What do you get with
Well,
an ace?
we'll see.
Dan?
We'll see what happens. I might not be done yet.
Misfires. Yeah, roll on the firearm, and you get a hex token.
Yep, which I'll buy off. I'm almost out of boons, guys. I get crits so infrequently. Or critical successes. I
Hey
should
there,
say.
Eddie. Thanks for coming by. We're looking at critical fumble,
3.
firearms.
That one leaves me stunned, if I recall.
3, flaming debris, spent cartridge, possible blowback. You suffer 1d3 damage. You need to make me a reflex save. You pass the reflex save, so you're good there. I moved my keyboard to get it out of the way because I'm like, I'm not going to need this thing. Look at that, I need it. And then, Dan, you're going to take 1 point of damage. You do manage to keep a hold of your gun.
I guess that means I can keep shooting then?
Yeah.
Okay. A 6. For 23 to hit.
God damn. Yeah.
7 damage.
That requires a roll from me. How much damage did you do? 7?
7. Fill up.
Staggers it, doesn't go down.
All right. My last shot then. It's a 7. Nine to hit. Probably not going to do it.
9 does not hit.
All right. Well, I call that a pretty decent round still.
Okay.
It's a good start.
Next up, this dude. Yeah. It's just going to stagger on over, moving in your direction. And right about there. Jake, what is the Olympian going to do?
Well, I'm not sure yet, as I can't click his token. I
Oh.
assume I'll left over from my being absent last time.
Let me fix that. It is fixed.
Huzzah! Well, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. I'll move towards the one that just staggered closer to us, right about there. And then I will pop a shot off at him with my revolver.
Sure.
Bing, bang, boom. 18,
18
and I will
hits.
draw my card,
Oh yeah,
which is an
direct
ace.
card. Oh, it doesn't
Ace
count.
of clubs.
Go ahead and
No.
take me a hex, and then roll for your
I'll
fumble.
negate that hex with one of my boons.
Cool. Did it roll fumble? No, yeah. You need to roll me a fumble.
Yeah, let's see. Fumble die, D10.
That's a 4. Overpacked goes off with deafening boom and fiery flash. You are stunned for D3 rounds, but also all ranged attacks going to take a -2 to attacks. So everyone within 50 feet, which is going to be everyone.
Dang it.
So Jake, I'm going to roll a D3.
What's that minus again? -2 or -3?
-2. Jake, you're stunned for 2 rounds. Everyone gets a -2 to ranged attacks for 2 rounds.
That'll be important
Whoops.
to me.
Well, I'm an ancient Greek. I don't know how guns work.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I'll just be stunned.
Sounds like a plan. That is dead. Cletus, you're up.
All right. Let me see how far I can get myself to move. I'm pretty sure I can reach that guy there.
Yeah, I'm sure. you
5,
can.
10. Yeah, I can get up to that dude. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to get all up on his hotness.
Sure.
Then I'm going to stab him in the face. And I think
Absolutely.
since he's I'm not saying that these things reminded me too much of Last of Us, but those things did use echolocation a lot. So I think it'd be fun to use Thunderclap.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's what I'll do. Yeah. If I could get my laptop to cooperate with me.
It's not wanting to thunder.
It is not wanting the thunder. Oh, well, good attack roll. Bad attack roll. But still 21 to hit, 8 damage.
21 hits, 8 points of damage against that one. That drops it. You said 8 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that hurts it. Let's see. But no, it stands. It keeps its ground. You feel like anything else with those slashes from your sword would have just eviscerated it, but it keeps standing.
Guess what, you son of a bitch? I got 2 of them. So 12 hit.
12 does hit.
All right. That one would only be 4 damage.
That does not do the job.
All right, then I'm gonna kick him in the jimmy.
Sure.
I'll kick you, bastard. It's an 11 hit.
An 11 does hit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll my living weapon just for what the damage would be, not the attack roll.
Okay.
So that would have had 8 plus 1.
So 9 damage altogether.
Yep.
It's still standing, man.
You son of a bitch. Damn.
Like at this point, like you're kicking it, like chunks of thigh meat are just like spraying off of it. Its arms are kind of hanging slack at its side now, but it's seems to be just shrugging off the damage you're throwing at it.
It's probably just because I'm humming Thunderstruck and not fully paying attention to what I'm doing.
That could do it. That could do it. Mama Purdy.
Mama Purdy's gonna step in front of old Ollie, noticing that he's becoming just a wee bit. I seen that look. He's a little bit wobbly. Don't want anyone coming up front of him. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and play the shaggy. I'm gonna look at old Glint. Glint, quit trying to damn climb the tree and kill these things. Shaggy.
That's fair.
And so then everyone will go ahead and get to their a 6 plus 6 to their action die and saves until I'm decide to stop playing that song.
That's fantastic.
That ability's so good.
It's so good. I wish I could roll higher at initiative. I always roll so crap for initiative. If I go first, like, you know what I mean? It's whatever. But there you go.
Okay.
That's fine. You'll get some next round.
The lion.
Well, the lion's not got range on anything, so he is going to move. Let's see here, as close as he can. And about here, okay. So, and he is going to let out his battle cry as the lion roars. Everybody gets +1 bonus to attack rolls and will save. All enemies suffer -1 penalty to attacks and will saves.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Lasts for 6 rounds. I'll keep track of that.
All right. So, which one is this one? That one's out of the thing. That one. Let's take a look. Cool. This one moves up right next to Cletus, but it uses so much of its movement that it's not able to get anything to pop off. And Yeetus is up.
How far Yeetus can move? I don't think Yeetus can quite reach anybody without using Bounding Leap. But why wouldn't he use Bounding Leap and just jump on the one that's been cut and kicked all to hell?
Love it.
You got a lot of bonuses now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he might actually hit something. So he's got actually a He's got a +1 and a +6. So, yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. And Yeetus.
Oh,
Yeetus is just destined to fail all the time.
Why, Yeetus? Why?
what is that? That was a 3 on the fumble.
Yeah.
Yeetus takes a hex.
I'll just have him overshoot by a space since I made him land on the zombie spot. So once again, Yeetus does the big Yeti press and misses.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so Yeetus needs to make me a fortitude save.
Okay. I'll do that.
You should get +6 on that.
Oh, well, that is a
Yeah.
good thing.
That is true,
So
yeah.
12.
You're good. Yeetus is good. No, it's just a miss.
Yeetus ashamed.
That's fair. Anything else for Yeetus?
No, he just kind of tries to like pose as if he meant to do it.
So you just learned that move from a human. He hasn't yet compensated for the fact that he's a Yeti.
That's it. So this last zombie in the round, is close enough to actually move up onto Yeetus and make an attack.
Oh no.
So first thing he's going to do is this thing's going to slam an undead meaty for a crit.
Yeetus, no.
Poor Yeetus.
So the base damage on this is 6 damage.
Okay.
And then let's see. Ooh, it deals an extra 1d6 damage. Another 4, so 10 damage altogether, and Yeetus is stunned for a round.
Yeetus doesn't feel so good.
And since Yeetus is stunned, this thing is going to use its bite attack.
Wonderful.
It's a zombie vampire mushroom fungal yeti.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a 4 to hit, so there's no chance that's going to hit Yeetus. So
Maybe we just give it that it got a big mouthful of fur. It got
that's
something.
it just came away with some fur. Its mouth is well insulated now, and the turn passes to Glint. Glint, you going to keep trying to climb a tree?
Why not? Because it sounds fun, and what could go wrong other than everything?
It's a good way to look at it.
16. I should be able to climb a tree.
Sure, yeah, you're up the tree.
Yeah, I can even fall really far now too.
Right onto the water side and through the ice into the water.
Yeah.
He's dead instant. That's how cold it is.
I can roll a 1d6 and get a number of jumps out of this. So I'm good for 4 jumps apparently. So yeah, so when I fall on the ice, I can hopefully rocket myself back out. Maybe, probably not. I'm just gonna like move myself onto the tree-ish and make sure I hunker down on it and start shooting again.
Okay.
Because what can go wrong other than everything? Whatever my indeed die again. It's a 6. Yay.
Okay.
We'll see if it matters or not if I kill him. It's a queen.
+2, +2. Plus Jeff's giving you a bonus as well, a +6.
Gosh,
No,
I
and
don't think I can
Bert's.
actually
So should be
miss.
do a +7 from Bert and I.
Are we still getting the -1 to ranged weapons?
It was a -2 to ranged attacks. So
Second
Out
one.
of
I
5.
altogether a +5. Plus the 2 from your queen, so
Yeah.
back to +7.
Wow. I still got a 17.
17 hits. Which one were you shooting?
Just the closest one.
Okay.
That's not in melee with other people.
Sure thing. Yeah, 17 hits. If you want to give me some damage.
14 damage.
Doesn't drop it, man.
And I may be done again. Another ace.
Ooh. All right.
Let me roll my 1d8. I'll pay off the hex with my last boon here.
Rolled
all
a
out.
2. Overpack, deafening boom. You were stunned for D2 rounds.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh. Every time.
Everyone's getting
stunned in a
stunned.
tree.
Oh. Now he does fall off through the ice and he
Ah.
freezes to death below the water.
You just got to stop using the conventional ammo and just use ghost rounds all the time.
Oh man.
1 round, Dan.
All right. Do you not get the penalties when you use ghost rounds?
No, you do. It's just that, it's just a flavor thing.
Okay.
I'm blaming this on the ammo.
That's
Mhm.
With that, I'm
Sounds
fine with
fair.
that.
Oh.
All right.
Good combat, everybody.
So,
tried.
Cletus, this one that was just trying to bite at you, or you were just trying to beat up, it's going to make some attacks against you. First one, 2 to hit. That's a miss, even with its little bonus. But then it's going to try and bite. Nope. It fails miserably.
Take your weak game somewhere else. Shambling son of a bitch.
Olympian, you're now finished with your stun at the end of your turn? Is that correct? You were stunned for a round or 2 rounds?
I was stunned for 2 rounds, I believe.
Okay, so this is the end of
So
round
this would
1.
be my first. Yep.
So you're stunned for another round. All right, that one's dead. Cletus, what's up, man?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna let this stupid zombie make me look like an idiot. I'm gonna chop his damn head off.
Sure.
But I'm gonna try clapping. I'm gonna do the thunderstrike again just because that sounds fun.
Absolutely.
You man. Okay, so I got me a couple bonuses. I like that. Well, I continue to fail on that chi die, but I think a 21 will hit.
21 hits,
5 damage.
5 damage. It's still up, man.
Man, you dirty so and
You're just
so.
cutting chunks off this thing. It's just not going down.
Come on now. So
Is that,
15 to hit
15 hits,
and 8 damage.
8 damage. It's still up, man.
Come on. All right, I'll use this as my roll because it's equivalent. The living weapon. So I assume 20 will hit.
20 hits.
I'll roll living weapon for the damage, which would have been 5 damage.
It's still up.
What? Son of a God. Bless
It's
it.
almost a skeleton at this point. You're just carving off so much meat. Mama Purdy.
I mean, Mama Purdy, seeing everyone suddenly become stunned, she's gonna put the washerboard down. And be like, God, just like man, I gotta do it all by myself. So 10-foot area is like radius, right?
Yeah.
So it's like okay, so I can get all of them.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna belch fire.
Going
just
against those 4 there.
Yeah, it's targets in a up to 20 feet away, which are we doing 5 feet per thing? Okay, and then it's in a 10-foot area. So if it's a 10-foot like radius, that should encompass all of them.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's reflex saves for all of them. DC
Nice.
16.
DC 16. Okay.
Mhm.
Fire should be effective.
So my question is the very bottom one, the 5th one there, standing between Cletus and Yeetus. Are you counting that one as being in?
I think it's in. It doesn't say enemies. It just says targets. So I think Cletus and Eudes might have to roll as well.
Okay. If
And
it,
it
yeah,
just
I'm just
hits
saying
everybody.
if it's in an
Yeah.
area, yeah. So all right.
Yeah,
So
I just-
Yeetus and Cletus, you got to roll too.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll.
Can take all of them out in that damn Yeti too. And
One
Cletus.
of them makes the save.
Okay. All right. So the ones that make the save, Bert, did they change it to be like? Did you say something about changing it to be half, or am I forgetting?
It's half.
Okay.
Half. Yep.
Okay. So then the ones that failed will take 8 points of fire damage, and the ones that succeeded take 4.
Okay.
And then there's
When's
a
that?
35%. Then there's a 35% chance of catching fire as well.
Then this. Okay, so you drop all of them but one.
Nice.
And the one that you don't drop is now on fire.
Okay. Nice.
Awesome.
I'm gonna look over at Glint in the tree, just shaking my head in disappointment.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Excuse me.
As you should be.
And that's my turn. And no more +6. Sorry, it felt like it was a
Hey, you
It
did
It was
work.
a good play.
You did work.
yeah.
All right, the lion. One's left and it's on fire.
I can't actually reach it.
Oh no.
Well, actually, I guess I can if I do the bounding leap. So why not? I'd like to get something in.
Okay.
So he will take a running start, leap over everybody, and attempt to land on the foe.
Sure.
Let's see. So, he'll do strength of the bull before that happens. So it'll be -2, so +2. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can do this from my sheet. Should be able to. Yeah, there is situational modifiers. -1. Wow.
What is that altogether?
10
10 hits.
10 hits. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, 8 points of damage. Actually, 11 points of damage, and this would have been a brain buster. That's my signature move. Do I need to roll it, or is it still alive?
Go ahead and roll it.
Go ahead and roll it. All right. Brain buster. 3 is stun for 1 round, attacks and defense with -3 penalty to its attacks. -3 penalty to attack, damage, armor class, and saving throws, and it's stunned for a round.
It's stunned. Yeah, your 11 damage. It rolled against that and it was able to withstand it, but it is stunned for a round with the, you said, penalties to attack.
Yep.
Cool. Let's see. Where the heck is it at? Is it that one? It is the last one. All right, cool. That means after the lion. Oh, it did put Yeetus in the wrong spot altogether. I see that now. Yeetus had a 20 on initiative. Is that right?
2.
2? Okay. Then everything is fine. So Yeetus.
Oh, Yeetus is just going to swing his arms all crazy like. Yeah, I forget what's the name of that technique there.
Dan, you rolled a 0.
I was just trying something out. It didn't roll any dice, so it didn't work.
Oh, yeah, it's the Flurry of Fury. And Yeetus will give it a go. He might hit something.
Sure.
It could happen.
15's a hit.
16
6.
for
Yeah, 16 hits.
for a total of 2 damage.
Still up.
Blessing.
Anything else?
That's it.
All
He
right.
just flails around and bonks it on the head.
Jeff, it's this thing's turn. It's on fire. Did your spell say how much recurring fire damage it takes?
It doesn't. It just says it is a 35% chance of catching fire.
If it doesn't catch on fire, it doesn't do any more damage. It's just the one time.
Oh, it is on fire.
No, I mean, okay, so it is on fire. Then it continually does damage to it. Fire damage though is like a D6 per
Okay.
round
Mhm.
after the
That's
initial.
that's
Yeah.
what I was
Okay.
thinking. So, actually, you roll that damage, Jeff. It's your attack.
Okay.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is weathering all attacks. Glent.
Stunned.
Okay. Jake, at the end of your turn,
Also stunned.
you're no longer stunned. All right,
Hooray.
Cletus.
All right. I've had it with this bullshit. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna, at the very least, if I can't put them down, I'll use my deed die to just chop them at the knees. First things first, make them fall down.
Sure.
Just leave them burning. In theory, we'll see if that actually works or not. All right. Okay. Well,
21's
I get
a
it.
hit. Yeah. Or is that
So
24?
24 and the 3 pops the trip, hopefully.
Okay. Does it need to make a save versus that trip, or does it just go off?
I didn't do one of the actual things. I just went with, if you're up for it, like just doing a regular
mighty
D
deed.
die sort of thing.
Yeah. How much damage altogether?
It would be 6.
That does it, man. You swipe out at this thing's knees, you take it out, it falls to the ground, and you give it one flourishing just chop right at the head, and it just lays there, finally dead, smoldering, burning. And it's done. You've all defeated all these nasty ass fungal zombies.
Hooray.
I'm going to go back to that one from before. I'm going to chop up its burning husk.
That is fair.
Thank
I'm gonna
you,
rub my
Mama.
eyes and ask, "Did I hit him?"
Oh, you got him. You
got
took
'em all.
You got him out good, Ollie. Good job. Not like
All
you're
right.
good for nothing. Call yourself a gunfighter.
I mean, he took out like 3 of them in a snap, in fairness.
Okay. Could have taken out more, but
And,
fine.
and
I got 4 of them technically.
You did. You
Yeah.
took out the very first one.
So did I.
So Dazan and his undead servant step out from behind a tree. We're all looking a little rough. Why don't we move these bodies to the side, and why don't we camp out here for the night? I think we'll arrive come morning.
Well, I suggest we start some more fires then. We don't know if there's not any more of these things around.
That's
I see Mama Purdy's got that going.
Yeah, no problem.
That's a wise idea. There is some dead trees around here, it looks like. I do have a little something that will help us out for the night. And he pulls out this little square, this little stone, and he kind of sets it in the ground, kind of, in an open area. He does some like quick eyeballing of measurements first. He speaks a couple words, does a little incantation, and all of a sudden, this little square grows into what looks like a stone. He does. He pulls out this bad dragon square, and it just sprouts purple tentacle dongs all over.
Happier already.
That was at 44 minutes. And it turns into this little fortified cabin, stone cabin, thick oak shutters on the windows with little iron latches on the interior. We can all just stay in here tonight if you want.
Well, that's pretty convenient.
It is. I try only to use it when, sleeping in a dangerous spot, but this might be a good time for it.
The Lion's old road manager had one of those. Built me out of thousands.
Mm. Yes. So yeah, he's gonna head inside, start getting the fire ready in the fireplace inside. There's food enough for everyone in there. Does anything want to do anything through the night?
What are we doing with those bodies? We burning them just to make sure the ones that
Hell
weren't
yes.
already burned.
The ones that I didn't burn with the kill, I'll belch on those to be safe.
Cool.
And I will stumble back completely and utterly smashed to the stone cap.
Where am I sleeping?
Yeah, you head inside and there's like 5 separate bunk beds in there.
I'll take these 5.
And he lays on. She lays on Yidis.
This
Mama,
red
you're
carpet
a-
looks
Just,
nice.
just
You're
climb
an
on top of it.
inspiration. You just will just kind of like acquiesce and like,
That a boy. You remind me of my 27th husband. He was hairy too.
you just have confused feelings.
That's great. Okay. Anything else overnight?
I'm gonna clean my gun.
It's not a bad idea. You can do that to reshuffle your deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's,
I did the same thing.
Is a gunsmithy skill an actual skill that I assume that's a gunslinger thing?
Anybody that has a skill in guns can do it. Like if you can shoot a gun, you can do it. It's just a roll.
Yeah.
Do you mean pull up the rules for it?
Yeah,
Grab
if you
that
wouldn't
real
mind.
quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a 1d20 and every 5 you get to pull a card out.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like no other bonuses to it, just a
Mhm.
D20.
I get to
So 2 cards. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, Jake, you can pull 2 cards out your deck.
Cool. No, that was him. It was Dan. I get to roll a d20.
Oh.
15.
I think I should probably do the same thing.
So that's still 2 cards.
All right, now I gotta reshuffle up. So now I can probably load up my front hand with bad cards again.
Okay.
15. Huh. That's 3 cards for me.
Nice.
So excellent.
So yeah, the night uneventful. The undead, I forget his name. I'm not looking in the NPC folder right now. His undead servant stands watch on the porch overnight. Completely uneventful. You wake up in the morning refreshed, so you can recover your 1 hit point, or if anyone's down ability scores, you can recover 1 point in each of those.
Yeah, I could potentially spend some of my, because you get all your personality back, right?
If you use personality to power things, yes.
So I could potentially use my personality to have done some healing rolls.
Okay.
I should do that before we rest up. Sorry, that's my bad. I'm not used to healing.
There we go. I got to recover my 1 point of damage I took.
There you go.
So that's 2 a pop. Chi die. Okay, so I've got enough to do 7 pops the chi die.
So
Basically just D6.
come morning, everyone exits the little cabin, stone cabin. He does his incantations and it returns to its little stone cube. He tucks it back into a pocket in his satchel. And shall we continue?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Everyone all right? Everyone.
Are we not concerned about where those things came from? Should we not check the trail?
Yeah, they were kind of coming from where we were going, though, I think, right?
Well, perfect.
Makes it easy.
The lion has not yet had his coffee. Thinking is beyond me.
I understand that feeling.
Oh.
Deletus, you all right? All
Yeah,
the
actually,
boo-boos
man,
patched?
Yeah, you see, Cletus actually still had all his personality points, so he just sat there before bedtime, just doing that ridiculous Mr. Miyagi nonsense.
Like my grandpa, he used to do that all the goddamn time. So you're just sitting there like an old Kansas farmer, just slapping your hands together, rubbing them, and healing.
I rub Yeetus up and down real good. Take care of him. Then I slapped myself in the face once. And we're all better.
There we go. Yeah, you continue your trek through drifts of thick snow, bitter colds blowing. Eventually, Dazan stops. He's like, I think we've found it, friends. And he points off maybe, I don't know, 70 yards from you, and you can see a black spot kind of rising out of the snow. And you look and realize it looks like a cave opening, like a formed out of ice or something like that. Shall we brave it and continue in?
Now we're
We
gonna go
didn't-
back now and call it quits.
We didn't get all dressed up for nothing. Let's go.
Yeah, man, I didn't come here just shove a thumb up my ass and sit down. That ain't going to happen.
I mean, that's just a bonus action that he's going to take at some point.
That is a bonus action.
That's a bonus action.
It's
A bonus
action check.
and
I
a
would like
bonus
to-
action. Anyway, so he approaches the cave, all of you in tow. Let us continue. Who would like to lead the way?
Well, I don't know that like has much to do with it, but if you want somebody to scout, I'll do it.
Very well. Does anyone have any capability of seeing in the dark?
Well, I was
Nope,
going to
actually,
say,
never mind.
even if we did, it seems like these creatures don't like fire. So
Yeah.
why don't the lion thinks we should light some things on fire and brandish them before us? There's a name for that. Torch, flamey stick.
Belch.
Belch?
Yes.
Felch? Yeah, Felch
that's-
sounds right. I'm pretty sure that's
Belch, it's
correct.
Belch.
I do the belch with a B. God dang it, Cletus.
I mean, I'm not judging.
Like a match, but larger and lasting longer.
A big match.
If you all want to scrounge for a little bit, I'll say you can gather enough, chunks of wood and wrap it around.
The lion applies his ab lotion to it to get the oil on there real good.
So, with torches in hand and Belch at the ready, Cletus, you still leading the way?
I'll
Okay,
go
yeah,
side
man.
by side with Cletus if there's enough room.
Sure. I have a map for this. Now, you'll have to excuse this because hey, I'm going to make this cool map in that one dungeon drawing program. I forget the name of it.
Dungeon draft. Yeah. Dungeon
And
draft.
then, oh yes, the dynamic lighting thing doesn't automatically carry over in Roll20, and I was too lazy to look up how it works. So this is the half-ass thing. So you can actually see all the map, but just pretend that you don't. So yeah, there's enough room, you two. Maybe not necessarily side by side at all times, but fairly close to both of you being up front. Why don't the lion and Cletus, why don't you two each give me an intelligence test?
Because we're bad at that.
Okay.
The
that's
light
fine.
looks good to me, Chuck. By the way, like it looks like it's.
Is it
I only
working?
see. I only see like maybe like I don't know 7, 8 squares in front.
Okay.
Intelligence. Where are you at? There you are.
The lion has pretty flashes of intelligence.
There you go. So
Cletus does not.
That's right. That's correct. That's
that seems okay. So the lion, as you're moving in, you actually see the floor is more ice, but it's rough. You're not necessarily at a huge risk of slipping, but you do see deep kind of like scratches and gouges along the floor. And some of the more jagged points of the wall that are sticking out. You occasionally find a clump of fur.
Perhaps it's a huge rabbit.
Right, yeah, point this out, but also Does it look like we would be safer if we hug the side of the wall, putting a hand out because it's not smooth and we've got something to?
It probably that
Right,
would give
so-
you a little more protection against
Yeah.
falling.
So I'll take the left side, have one hand on my torch, the other one on the wall.
Okay.
Does
Sure.
Okay, I'll go the other side.
Does the fur look like a recognizable species that we've encountered, like a yeti or a bear or anything like that?
Go ahead. I'm gonna make you roll an intelligence test for me there, Mama Purdy. It's gonna be low
Yeah.
because you're onto something there.
13.
Yeah, actually, if I remember correct, you all have encountered an owl bear before.
Hell yeah, we did. You were damn good.
Yeah.
And the fur looks like a dead match.
I think we got ourselves another one of them like owl bears who like
Respectable opponents. The wisdom of the owl, the strength of the bear, and
I don't know.
100% ugly.
they seem confused. Like, just pick are you an owl or are you a bear? Like, I don't know. Okay, nah, it's fine. Anyway, look out. Someone's going to get pecked to death.
Strength of the bear, wisdom of owls.
Owl bear.
You all should have control of your token. So why don't we do a round of movement? Everyone move where you want to go. I'm not counting this. You've got hands on the wall, so I'm not reducing movement any here. Did I get everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, everyone's on there.
5 or 10.
What's that?
Are these 5 or 10 foot squares?
I'm going
5. Okay.
5, yeah.
So twice that then. Okay.
That's true. I guess we could like double move.
Yeah.
I'll just
Alright,
be
then.
standing. I'll be like moving up behind Cletus and the lion. I'll steadily be behind them.
Yeah, so that's a double move.
What
I'm
is
just
that?
gonna stay also towards the back, so when I pass out next, hopefully, my body slipping sliding down this corridor will get stopped by y'all in front of me.
There is a gentle slope to it going down into it. So yeah, if you pass out here, you might have a bumpy slide clear to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm
As you
hoping that
make
they'll
it,
stop me first.
yeah, hopefully, as you make it to the bottom, it splits off in a T. Now, one thing definitely, Bert, with your intelligence roll, you see there's some little trickles of blood heading towards the path on the right. But it seems to be, you don't see anything fishy going on. And actually, the scratch marks don't continue towards the left. They do towards the right.
The lion puts on his sunglasses and looks for directional splatter to find out if it's coming or going.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
well, I pointed out.
Who are you? Joke also. Owlbear.
Yeah, I pointed out, and you said it's the trail is to the left
the
or north or
scratches,
south.
so it would be going, like, if we're presuming north is straight up, it would be going towards the kind of the southwest.
Okay, so down this way.
Yeah, going down. You see the
Right.
scratches continue that way, along with the droplets of blood here and there on the ice.
All right. So I'll turn to our expedition leader, actually, and say, exactly what is it that we're looking for here? It seems that we have something living and bleeding in that direction, but I'm assuming that's not what you're here for.
No, it's not. I believe that somewhere in this little bit of cave complex, it'll open up into, hopefully, the lost city itself.
So unless your lost city was populated by owlbear,
I certainly hope not. That would be incredibly unpleasant.
City
I mean, you think that's unpleasant? Showing your ass to an owlbear, doubly unpleasant.
I would imagine so. Their sharp beak would just bite your butthole right off. It would be
Yeah.
worse, it was mating season.
Oh no. That would then become Owlbear Man.
Yeah.
So perhaps here to the northeast, away from the blood splatter.
I think that's a good idea. Away from blood splatter is usually a good idea. So let's continue that way. So if you all want to move your tokens again.
Which way is the floor sloped at this point?
It's actually towards the northeast. The slope continues kind of
good.
downwards.
Good. So you guys can still catch me then.
Yeah.
So that's a double move.
We could.
I mean, yeah, it's optional. No.
Depends on what's most entertaining.
Well, we all know what that answer is.
Don't get brooms and try to just force you to slide to a very specific point.
We're just suddenly like the curling sweepers, just to see if we can get him to slam exactly where we want him.
That's fun. It's as you make it, the path kind of starts turning a little more towards the east. The kind of the slope in the ground, the decline increases, so it's a little more sloped. You're dropping lower as you continue on. If you want to take another point of movement.
Well, we can see a spider web up front.
Yes, you could. If you
not
look around the corner, you do see a thick spider web kind of cutting across the tunnel.
I do want to keep an eye like behind us too.
Okay.
How many torches were we able to make?
I would say at least everyone's got one.
Just one?
Why don't you give me a luck test?
Luck. Yes.
Yeah, I'll say you can, have one for each hand.
Okay. Well, I will take the one that's lit, light another one, and hurl the lit one at the webbing.
Sure. You toss it.
Yeah.
It sticks to the webbing. It's heavy enough that it kind of dangles there for a second, but the webbing starts going up in flames, burning down, eventually dropping your torch to the ground.
Did anything seem to respond to the vibration of the web?
No, it didn't. I will say is as your torch kind of goes out, lights the path a little further down. If you want to move your tokens kind of around that bend, you see another portion of spider web kind of at the back elbow where the tunnel hooks back on itself. And there's a large form cocooned in this web. Maybe, 2.5, 3 feet in diameter, maybe a little kind of big, maybe 5-ish feet long. This long cylinder cocoon.
How tall are the ceilings?
The ceiling is in here. It is kind of circular shape, but at its tallest point, I'm going to guess it's like 10, 11 feet.
Right. And I'll hold my torch high and just kind of illuminate the ceilings, see if there are any holes or anything waiting up there.
You do so, and you don't see anything. It looks to be pretty solid along the ceiling. There is the, hey there, Sandlin0375. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, it looks to be, think of like when you see people who kind of go in those glacial like tunnels when the water retreats. It's got that blue tint and it kind of radiates off the light of your torch.
All right.
But it's solid.
We haven't been making a huge attempt to be quiet, have we? I mean, we've been talking normal voices, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lion will call out, "You in the web! Are you alive? Are you an orphan?"
You actually, as you call out, there's no audible response, but you see it kind of wiggles just a little bit.
Could be an orphan.
I didn't hear anything, so that's probably a no.
All right. So since it wiggled, kind of again with the torch, look to see all the webs that it's attached to it to see if that triggered anything.
You're watching, you're looking, you don't see any kind of additional movement or response from anything else.
Okay. All right. The lion will go up.
Okay. You can go ahead and move your token. As you approach this thing, there's this god-awful musky funk coming off of it, and it starts wiggling even more as you get closer.
What of the shroom people maybe? Might just want to cut like a little bit out.
Yeah. I want to kind of free some of the webbing just from where the head seems to be, but
Sure.
that nothing more.
Sure. So you're real light with your torch. You get close to it. The torch kind of starts kind of burning back. And sure enough, you're greeted by this human with these fungal sprouts coming out of its skull and its eyes. This thing looks pretty desiccated, like maybe something's been sipping on the juices.
All right.
Like a little Capri Sun.
Like a little Capri Sun. So,
Well, it's all tied up here. Anybody got a knife or a camp axe? Let's just like end this thing.
I'd suggest shooting it, but I don't really want to waste.
No, just head off. Usually does the trick.
Yeah, here's my sword. No, pass him my.
After you, I never touch the
ghost
stuff.
sword. Yeah,
I never touch
sure.
the stuff. Up to you.
okay, Jake,
You
I
know.
won't make you roll for it. Just tell me how you put this thing out of its misery.
Well, I'm going to. How still is its head?
It doesn't have a lot of movement. It's like wiggling side to side, maybe a couple inches at most. It's bound.
Okay, so I'll put the tip of my sword right in front of its mouth,
Yeah.
and then I'll kind of wave my hand in front of it, and hopefully try to get it to bite me. And as soon as it goes to bite me, I'll jam my sword through the mouth.
You
and
do
hit it at the
exactly
base of the
that.
neck.
It kind of chomps out just a little bit, and in goes the blade right through the base of the skull, and the wiggling stops. It's been slain.
Hooray!
Easy peasy.
Thank.
Okay. If you all want to take another turn, the tunnel then, the slope starts increasing a little more as the kind of tunnel hooks back around towards the west, going deeper.
Definitely gotta make sure I'm staying close to the wall.
You do see as you kind of move in, the spider webs along the walls start kind of increasing. Any little nooks or crannies are just loaded up with webbing.
Okay. So I'm going fairly slow at this point,
Okay.
checking ceilings, looking for any kind of motion in the webs.
Yeah. I'm still kind of riding off that intelligence test you did earlier. And you're not seeing anything. As you kind of look forward, though, you can see the tunnel opens up into what looks like a larger cavern, kind of towards the going south.
Okay.
Let me.
Go
I
ahead
need
and
an
move.
assist. I'm grabbing Yeetus. I'm sorry.
Cat, stop.
What's going on?
Oh, Yeetus is in shadow. For some reason, I can't click him in.
I got him. There you go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, the light seems to be following.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
it's
I think
following
he's got the
around 30,
torch
I
or
think.
something, maybe. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's because I forgot to turn on dynamic lighting for everyone else.
It's all right. It's been fine.
Okay, well,
Mm.
we'll just keep going with that because it takes longer than it should. So as you move into this larger cavern, you kind of stop, you look around, you can see there's all these, like columns here and there. Towards the west, it's very densely webbed. And the lion, you'll be able to see. I'm actually at this point going to not do anything. I have no idea how any of this works.
There's one easy way to fix dense webbing. Fire.
It is. Actually, I know what to do.
Assuming it's not full of like something that we want to save for some reason.
Which wouldn't be orphans.
That's right.
Children with parents.
If that web was full of
That's
money,
what we
that'd be
wanna
one
say.
thing.
There we go. I just increased the lion's range of vision.
Yetis.
Nice and easy. So yeah, you see kind of towards the west, the webbing is very thick, and you can actually see there's some large tunnels in the ice kind of poking through different points behind that webbing. One thing that you're all looking around, you do see that there is this spot of frozen water, small pond, but standing in the center of it, wriggling, frozen up to the thigh, is another one of these fungal zombies. And as you enter, it kind of starts trying to like lurch and reach out for you, but it's, like I said, frozen, solid, right above the knee, unable to move.
It's like a budget motion detector.
Yeah. Also, another thing I missed is in the webbing towards the west, you see another one of those cylinder cocoon things. You would presume another one of these fungal zombies tied up.
So look over to our tour guide. Don't you have some way of detecting which way we should go? We could be lost in mazes down here for months.
Well, not really. I have a map that got us here. Now we're kind of on our own. But if I had to take a guess, and it kind of leans forward and kind of peers around this column over here, looks like a passage continuing on towards the east.
Right. Well, the lion is going to go here and burn his way through these webs.
Okay. Yeah, you do so. I won't make you roll for it. As you burn your way through the webs, you see on the other side of the webs is another one of these fungal zombies. It's free, moving around. It's got webbing all over it, but it's not enough to really impede it. And it sees you, or, notices your presence and kind of turns towards you. Why don't you, Bert, why don't you go ahead and give me an initiative roll real quick.
Initiative. Blam. 10.
Okay.
Mm.
You beat out on initiative. So if you want to take a free action on this thing before, see if we have to go into full initiative.
Sure. I will pop off my strength boost and run in for the attack.
Sure thing. You run in, go ahead and make your attack for me.
And I'm going to do the brain buster if this pops.
Okay.
13, 14. It did not pop, but 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Okay. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Is it enough?
You're just hitting it with your fist?
Yeah, I'm basically trying to clothesline him because I was going for a brain buster, but it didn't quite pop, so I just kind of clothesline him with my arm.
You go ahead, you clothesline him, you hit him in the chest, you feel the crack of rib underneath your arm, but it stands there. It just kind of absorbs the blow, and it's really uninjured, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and move right back into initiative. Oh, hang on a second. This thing's dumb. I'm used to Foundry, where each scene has its own initiative track. Okay, so if you want to roll initiative.
Including me?
Yep, go ahead. Unless you just really love your initial initiative score. If not, I'll let you re-roll it.
All right, I'm gonna get to use one of my deeds ahead of time if I want to. So I'm gonna do that first. Five. It's a lot easier if I get to go earlier, so then I can shoot things without lots of people being at risk.
That's fair. Let's see. Hang on. This thing's being dumb. Exactly. Okay, cool. All right. And I need to do this real quick. All right, who am I missing? Glint, what was your initiative?
25.
25. And what was Yeetus's initiative? Are you muted?
Sorry about that. Let me double check. Yeetus has a 4. Yeah, Yeetus is at a 4 and Cletus is at a 24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. All right. Glint, you do get to go first.
Okay. I'll kind of move on up here and I think that's right. 1, 2. Yep. I'll try and take some pot shots on this guy here.
Sure. I will tell you, it's engaged with against which guy? The guy in the ice or the guy next to Bert?
That's the only one we see, right?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's next to Bert.
Okay.
So either I'm going to kill Bert or I'm going to kill it.
Sure.
Actually, I think I got my character sheet fixed up. Oh, I got a 4, so I don't get anything fun from this.
Right. Oh wow, crit.
All right.
You
Hooray!
get a 2
Yay.
on that crit.
And the
That's
Deadeye
about-
goes off.
It's about time.
Deals an extra 2d4 and stuns for a round.
Nice.
It's just a regular. Oh wow! And then 2d4, right?
2d4.
2s. Nothing but 2s.
So how much
6.
damage altogether? 6? Yeah, okay. It doesn't drop it though. You hit. Doesn't do the job.
2, 2.
Okay, you gonna keep shooting or is that it?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and try and take another shot.
Sure.
6. So no modifiers.
All right.
11.
11's a hit.
All right, and it does 1 damage.
Okay. It's not gonna drop this thing. Yeah, does not.
All right, we'll try again. This time I got a queen.
Oh, +2/+2.
Let me do this. I'm trying to use the character sheet now.
Look at you. Being
I
fancy.
think I got it fixed so it'll actually work for me. So that's not right.
You rolled a 0 there, Dan.
I don't know how. It's a 14 plus 3 plus 1. So
Well, roll me a d14, and we'll add 4 to it. Is that including the +2 from the queen?
it's all in there. It just didn't roll out right. If
Oh.
you have it rolled a 14
Oh,
plus
it did-
3 plus 1.
Oh
so
yeah, that's a hit. 7 damage, or is that
1 damage. 9 damage.
9 damage? It's still doing good, man.
My God. It's a monster. All right. Another shot. This time I got Jack.
There you go. 1 and 1.
Get -1 at this point.
16's a hit.
Damage?
10 damage. It's still up, man.
God.
You're just
All right.
punching holes through this thing. A
King.
Jack. Oh, King, 3 and 3. You're gonna use all your good cards.
I am on this one bad guy, and then I'm gonna just go into oblivion on my next action. All right, 16 to hit, 11 damage.
No.
Oh,
Damn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got one more shot.
Okay.
6. So no modifiers. Ooh, that's gonna be a miss.
That's a miss. And Bert, high or low?
Had to happen.
Oh, you're muted there, Bert. Was that a low? All right. I'm gonna roll percentile. Low. There's 50% chance it hits an ally. Does not. Yeetus is up.
yeah. Cletus will come up.
Yeetus.
Try. Yeetus? Oh, I thought I had the 24 and he's got a 4.
Oh, I have it backwards then. Then yes, you're correct.
I'll come up next to the line and I will once again be trying to thunderstruck this guy by clapping the 2 pommels into his head before I flurry into him.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to kill one of these things. It's got to happen sometime. Does a 10 hit?
10 hits.
Hell yeah. And I got a 5 on that. So let's see what Thunderstruck does on a 5. So Thunderclap on a 5. It does an extra D8 damage. So we've already got 10.
Hey, dragons in the dining room. Thanks for the raid.
Thanks for that raid.
So that gets us up to 13 damage.
13.
And then it has to make a fortitude save of 10 or be stunned.
So you crush this thing's head like a pancake. Temples give way. You feel the pommels of your sword touch as it just drops into an undead pile of meat and bones at your feet.
You've been thunderstruck.
Yes. True.
And we got a banked die
Oh,
upgrade
snap.
here too.
Very cool. Thank you, DM Loxy. We'll throw that
thank
die
you.
upgrade in the bank if someone wants to track that.
I think Jake was tracking him before.
I think Jake was tracking it before. So, what do you all want to do?
Well, let's go and open up that passage.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the guy frozen in the water.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it could break free or something, you know. He'd be behind us. And
True, there could be a sudden and unexpected heat wave running through here.
Someone just turns the heat on. The AC
Okay.
is over in the corner by the spider web.
Burn down this web as well.
Sure. You take your torch, burn it away, revealing the tunnel going deeper beyond it.
All right. Let's
Uh,
go.
Let's go. There's nothing bad there, I'm sure.
Let's get felching like Mamba Purdy says.
As you move into the deeper tunnels, it feels like a good hour or so of just moving through these winding tunnels. There's the occasional split. You track down one side, find a dead end, so you make your way back. You manage not to get lost. You don't find any other threats in the tunnel. And eventually the tunnel opens up into a giant cavern. And in this giant cavern, you see this huge disc, miles across. And this is a monstrous cavern. And this big black metallic disc with structures growing off of it. And you see that you finally found your way to Atlantis.
Hooray! We did something right, I think.
all right.
We're explorers.
That is the most awesome Coliseum ever.
Imagine the fights you could have in the lost city of Atlantis.
So, this is a map just for showing you. It's not actually truly representative. So don't look at this and say, I want to go here, here, and here. Instead, we're going to look at this.
You know, I mean, we can't go to Bad Dragon Tower in the center of it.
You can. It's just listed as A13.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So
Ocean view.
as you move across, I already got a base camp labeled there. I spoiled myself. You'll all survive. There's this almost like ice bridge. As you're moving across it, you can actually see that the ice has been worked to kind of level off the top surface. Grooves have been carved in the top of it to kind of give you some traction as you walk across. Giving you the impression that you're not the first ones here.
No,
As
made it for some reason convenient to get across.
it did. As you move across this bridge, it kind of dumps you into what looks like was an old park on the giant city You're surrounded by what looks like trees that have fossilized with age, hard as stone, cold as ice. As you kind of move through, you're muted there, Jeff.
So I wasn't actually saying anything. I was just doing a song lyric, willing to
That's-
sacrifice. Don't worry about
yeah.
it. Don't worry about it.
So as you kind of move through, you're noticing a few things here. Why don't you all give me an intelligence test, and I'll tell you who notices what.
Oh no.
I'm aware of it being cold. Maybe.
Oh, you're all doing
Oh my
so
gosh.
bad. Okay, well, I'm still going to tell you things.
Chance Cletus could roll high. Let's try it.
Come on, Cletus.
Oh, wow.
That seems right. As you all...
Maybe this isn't Atlantis after all. Let's go ahead and turn around, fellas.
Hey man, look at that. I see a metal pole. I'm gonna lick it. Ain't no way my tongue's gonna get stuck.
Cletus, go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
Oh, son of a bitch. Me and my ignorant ways.
You pass it. You lick, and your tongue sticks for a second. But, like, you've done this before. You know the routine. You start working up all sorts of saliva, and eventually you're able to kind of peel your tongue away. No worse for the wear. But as you're all looking around with your poor rolls, you're going to notice 3 things. We're going to call it 4 things. Strange mushrooms are sprouting around some of the bases of these trees. Nothing you've seen before up on the surface. Very ugly, jagged, lumpy. You also see remnants of old mining equipment. Pickaxes, shovels. Go ahead.
Like our mining equipment, like stuff we're used to seeing.
Stuff that
Okay.
It looks kind of odd design.
Okay, so not ours. Okay.
But very clearly mining equipment, but not of human make.
Mhm.
And the mushrooms don't look like what's infecting those mushroom creature thingies.
Since you asked that specific sentence, yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat those mushrooms then.
Might be a chance that this here mining equipment matches those invisible bitches that giving us so much trouble.
With that, Jeremy, if you want to have Cletus give me another intelligence test.
Oh, son of a bitch. But it could happen. Nope. Even dumber than before. No, actually, you know what? I strike that.
Yeah.
This is some elven make shit.
Yeah,
We
you're
got
not
elves.
sure. It's definitely not of human design. It's very, like, utilitarian, very beefy, wide kind of shafts on it.
Speaking of beefy, the lion poses for the camera as he tears his shirt, exposing his washboard abs as he dunks it in water from his canteen and puts it over his nose and mouth.
Are you cold?
No, my friend. My lotions keep me warm
Ooh,
and glistening.
that's the
They
important part.
certainly do.
I just remembered Mama Purdy's technically a dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot about this. Like back when we started with like the races and stuff.
It makes
does
so much
any of-
more sense now.
Yeah. Does any of the machinery look of dwarven make?
Yeah, it does. Not as intricate, not as finely crafted as normal dwarven gear, but definitely very strong dwarven influences. Kind of reminds you of those rifles you found on the Dwargar,
Okay.
the invisible dwarf dudes, where it's, very close to dwarven craft, just without the flair.
Look over at Cletus for a second, kind of suspicious, like,
Sometimes I think you're smarter than you look.
What's that?
Nothing.
Take it back.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. This looks like I don't know, maybe that dwarven stuff, but the basic bitch type, not like the proper dwarf like
Yeah.
myself.
Does it look like it's been here for a long time, or is it
Yeah, it
like
does.
Okay, so it looks abandoned.
Got frost and dust over it. Yeah.
Okay.
As you're kind of moving through this park area, you do find what looks to be the remains of an old temple in this very strange, kind of fluid-esque, think, very much what you picture, very like nautiloid kind of architecture that you would imagine from, Atlantis. This looks like an old temple. It's got bits of stained glass here and there that are still intact. Dazan gets very excited by this and wants to kind of check it out. But as you're kind of moving over towards it, you find a patch that these giant kind of fossilized trees have all been kind of broken over, knocked down, and it looks like the scene of some kind of battle. Something large came through here. Maybe you see a bit of bone or something like that every now and then. Looks dwarvish, kind of matching your thoughts on this baby being like a dwarven kind of, a Dorgar kind of camp. But Dazan's very much like, oh, this temple seems to be in good repair. Maybe we could set this up as kind of like a base of operations while we explore more of the city. Should we check it out and see if we can fortify it?
It couldn't hurt. I mean,
The neon sign already says base camp,
It does.
so perhaps we should use it for that.
And
I
because-
was thinking if we go buy the mushrooms because it gives us something to eat for
No.
no.
So I'll
No?
tell you, with
Go ahead,
it,
Cletus.
with me accidentally spoiling the map, saying I intended this for it to be a base camp, the temple is empty, secure, remnants of old, like, stone pews and whatnot. The doors, although they're unlocked now, they do have heavy bars on the inside. So you feel pretty confident that this could be a safe resting point, like I said, base of operations while you explore the city. With this, Dazan's going to suggest it's been a good number of hours. Maybe we should rest here for a bit and then set off fresh in the morning.
Do you think we risk being infected by those mushroom spores? Are they too close?
I've given a good look to the area, and they don't seem to be growing inside here. But if you would like, maybe what we could do is clear some of the rubble from the floor. It does look large enough in this temple that we could set up my portable cabin. And it does have magical wards on it that should protect us from any airborne pathogens.
it's like that'd be prudent considering all the shroom
Yeah, man.
creatures.
My
know-
prior manager's mystical abode had central air.
I tell you what, Lion, I like the cut of your jib. If we're going to take a rest anyways, I'll just get myself all lit on fire like and set these things aflame. Even if we're going to use his fancy little camper and
Okay.
whatnot.
So you're going to spend an hour or two going around the area torching these mushrooms, trying to reduce their threat to you.
Yeah, I tell you to get a damp cloth or something, because those things will spore when you burn them. Me and Yidis will clear some boulders, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not necessarily boulders. Think like just a little bit of rubble, the old pews that remain in there. So yeah, we'll
Really
say
bunch of
you
rubble.
spend an hour or so. Cletus, you're out there removing mushrooms from the area. Lion and Yidis are clearing rubble. Olenthian, Mama Purdy, Glent, anything you want to be doing?
Or just keep watch, maybe. I mean,
Okay.
seems like there's probably still something dangerous here.
I'll help out, Cletus.
I'll drink some of the booze and start belching some fire.
Yeah. Now this is all, if there was ever grass or anything like that, long gone. These trees, I mean, like, they feel like they're made of stone at some point. So when you belch your fire, when you hit with your fire swords, it doesn't, maybe a little bit of char on the tree. It doesn't phase them. Olenthian.
I mean, there's I suppose I'll go through, see if there are any sort of artifacts. If this is like an old church, maybe there's something here that could be valuable.
Give me an intelligence test.
Yeah, right. Bing, bang, boom.
Oh, wow.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, you actually do find, kind of digging through there. It's a medallion of sorts. You get the feeling that it's some kind of like holy symbol. It's on initially what you think it's made of silver on a silver chain, but you would expect that to be completely tarnished with as long as it's probably been setting here. But as soon as you kind of wipe away the grime off of it, it still kind of has that shine to it. And it's a silvery metal, but when you move it in the light, it's got this whole rainbow of color that kind of cascades over the metal. On the medallion at the end of the chain is some holy symbol that you're not familiar with. It's a bulbous-headed creature with kind of tentacles coming off of it in different points, and small wings, and large pure black eyes that have like onyx stone set in the eye sockets.
Well, I'm sure that'll be horrible.
Yeah. That'll be great.
Anything like our illithid buddies we've seen before?
No, there's some similarities, but it's different enough. Like, it's like, it looks similar, but you get the feeling this is something different entirely.
By the way, as I was updating our chat-produced bonuses, I also discovered we have 2 rerolls in the bank.
Oh, nice. Very
good.
cool. Okay. So you all kind of finish your tasks for the night. You get this portable cabin set up, and he's just like, I'm just going to leave this here for now. That way I don't have to worry about recasting the ritual. So we'll use this for the time being. If we find someplace better, we can move to it. This does give us a quick way out if it were to come to that. You all settle in for the night. The undead servant, who I still don't remember his name, and I'm still not looking it up.
Bones.
Bones. He watches guard. He's standing out in the temple, keeping an eye on things. But it's, I don't know, maybe 3, maybe 4 hours into your rest. He comes in and he quietly starts waking people. He's like, there's something out there crawling around the outside of the temple. I haven't gone to take a look at it. I would like some backup.
Do we have to look at it?
I mean, I suppose we don't, but I don't know what
Alright.
it is.
I'll go look.
Because apparently I have dark vision.
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
learning
dwarf.
so much about my character.
Yeah,
that I
who
totally
knew?
forgot about it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ain't
I'll go
nothing better
take
to
a
do than to kick Nosy Nancy in the nose.
Well, at least arm up and
Okay. You all spend a few minutes grabbing your gear. Is anyone not going? Anyone wants to keep resting? Or do anything else?
How much rest have we had?
3-4 hours.
Up. Yeah. Wake me in the morning. The lion needs his beauty sleep.
Okay. Olympian? Does the Olympian
I think
even
I'll sit-
need to sleep?
I think he does, if only for his vessel.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So
Okay, so Jake.
makes no mention of not sleeping.
Okay, so Jake, are you going out or are you staying in?
I think I'll stay in, what with my stats and HP all
Okay.
wonky.
So you all, so Glint, Mama Purdy, Cletus, we'll say Yeetus is slumbering like a log, unable to be awoken. So you go out with Bones. You move out of the front of the temple. You can't tell if it's night or day outside. It's still just as dark as when you entered. But as you kind of move out of this temple and kind of into the woods, you do see there's some, two-legged, four-armed creature climbing along the exterior of it, along a flat surface on the side of it, kind of peering in a window here or there, looking at the house, the cabin inside. It hasn't noticed you yet. Seems to be completely nude. Has very strange looking mottled skin with little growths all over it. Does anyone want to do anything or just watch for a while longer?
I don't know if I can actually see it because I don't have dark vision.
You think we should just assume we need to kill that thing? 'Cause if so, I could run up behind it and stab it all quiet like.
Is it like on the ground along the wall
No.
or actually up on a wall?
Up on a wall.
I mean, I can run on walls if you want me to stab it.
Oh, well then.
I mean, granted, obviously you can shoot it if we don't care about being quiet. That's ideally, but
Be quiet. We don't know what else is out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. We
should
see one
we
thing, but what don't we see?
How far away is it, Chuck?
Maybe 30 feet. It's close.
Watch or
Okay.
stab.
Let's just keep an eye on it for now, just in case.
Okay.
So you all watch it for a little bit. Eventually it turns, like it's really straining hard to find a good vantage point to look inside the temple. Eventually it moves around in such a way that you're able to see its face. And it's almost looks like a skeletal face, just gaunt, skin stretched tight, nostrils distorted because of how tight it is. But you see, and instead of eyes, instead of a forehead, it's just one large central eye, almost a green glowing eye. I'm going to show a picture. This will look familiar to people.
Yeah, I feel like that thing warrants a stabbing.
At a minimum.
I don't know.
I don't
looks,
think it's got anything nice to say to us.
looks pretty cute. We should probably befriend it and let it follow us around in our adventure. Yeah, shoot the damn thing.
You want to try and stab it first and then I'll shoot?
I mean, Mama says shoot it. I don't argue with Mama.
All right, Mom says shoot it, then by God, we'll shoot it.
Mama said shoot you off. Glenn's going to shoot you off.
So, Glant, before you take that shot, I do want an initiative. You're going to get to take your shot first.
Okay, let me check something because I might have something stupid I can do first. Oh, if I can remember what it's called. Or is it? Never mind. We'll just roll initiative.
Yeah.
I think it has to see me for the other thing to work, and that defeats the purpose of this.
Okay. You roll higher than it. So yeah, take your shot, and then some things will happen.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do lame duck, I think, for this one,
Sure.
and we'll just see what happens. 5.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
You did bad, Dan.
Oh, no.
Take your hex.
Yeah, I'm paying it off with my boon I just got.
Purdy shake her head just so furiously right now.
That was a
As
4.
you should.
Overpack goes off. Deafening boom, fiery flash. You're stunned for D3 rounds, but everyone takes a -2 to attack rolls on ranged. So Dan, if you want to just give me a D3.
Somebody haul me back into the church. I'm done.
Okay.
Please,
This thing.
Please.
The rest, for
Now's
probably the
our
rest of
chance.
the night.
Just leave him here. We can go back inside. We're finally rid of him.
This thing whips around on the surface to be looking directly at you. And as its eye kind of gazes across each of you, you hear something, but it's not audible. Like you hear it telepathically. And it's think of like white noise. with the occasional jumbled bit of speech in there, like you're working on an old TV and the station's not quite coming in. If we want, we can go ahead and go into initiative with the other two. I'm not pulling up an initiative thing. Dan, what was your initial initiative?
It
10?
was 10. Yeah.
All right, Mama Purdy, if you want to give me an initiative roll.
17. I don't have a bonus, so
That's fine. And Cletus.
All right, let me go in. Cletus, initiative, and 2.
13. Nice.
I think I've picked up 3 hexes just tonight.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
All right, Mama Purdy, you get first go. This thing's, like I said, staring at you. You've got this weird static going on with garbled bits of speech that you can't make out.
is it still like up vertically?
Yeah.
On the wall?
Yeah.
Could I either A, get underneath it to the point where I'm within about 10 feet or so of it?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take a swig, and hell itself will come out of my mouth. Can it make a fortitude save?
Yes.
DC 16.
Beat it by 1.
Yeah, okay. It's good. Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
You belch at it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's watching you as you come up. And as this thing, your belch, was this a fiery belch or something else?
No, this was the one that tries to like stun him and get him to vomit and everything.
And you can kind of see its eye glows a little bit brighter, as you can see kind of like the fumes of your belch almost kind of like break across it like some kind of like invisible shield. Cletus, you're up.
All right. Well, I don't have any smart ideas, so I'm going to go with the dumbest idea I have.
Sure.
I'm going to spend a point of personality to become light as a feather so that I can run up the wall at it and do a flying kick.
Sure thing.
That seems like the thing to do.
Okay.
All good ideas.
Really. All good ideas.
The best of ideas.
I mean, we started with me shooting, so I mean, we can't do much worse than that.
I fail at the deed die, but maybe an 18 will hit it.
18 does hit. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll do 11 damage.
Damn. All right.
And
It's
then
still up, but you can
I'll-
see you've wounded it.
I didn't use my swords, but I still get to do my living weapon bonus. So nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Anything else?
Nope. I run up the wall and do a flying kick at it.
Okay. Glint, this is the end of your first round of being stunned. You've got 2 more to go.
Hooray.
This
I helped.
thing, this thing scrambles a little further away from Cletus and Mama Purdy. I'm going to roll me a d4. 1 to 2, it's Purdy. 3 to 4, it's Cletus. Purdy. This thing takes a hard gaze at you. I need you to make me a fortitude save. I'm sorry, wisdom save. And that 15 is your DC.
Okay. And is it a willpower save?
Yeah, it's a will save.
Okay, so I have a temporary +2 to that because I'm tipsy now. Yeah, I still fail.
Okay.
But we have a reroll.
Ooh,
So
you
I'm gonna
should
go ahead
use
and
that.
burn one of those, I think.
That seems fair.
Yeah, go
21.
ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, you pass as you feel this white noise, static voice almost kind of start like focusing, like it's coming in tune a little bit. And you hear some strange word really come through, but it just kind of washes over you and doesn't have any effect. It's enough to the point that you could identify that word verbally again. So we're going to say it's Briac, because why the fuck not?
Okay.
Get out of my head with that nonsense.
But yeah, it scrambled back, tried to do something to you, and the turn passes up to Mama Purdy.
Okay.
It's moved maybe like 15 feet from where it was before.
15 feet, like away.
Away. It's still the
Okay.
same height vertically, so you could still move under it and still have that, I don't know, like
Yeah.
7 feet above you.
Weird question. Do they provoke attacks when you move away? In this system, I'm not sure.
I don't believe there are attacks of opportunity. In this,
Okay.
no.
I know it's kind of a silly question, but
No, it's fair.
Okay. Yeah, I think. All right. I'll just. I don't want to chase after it because I'm, lazy. So I'm just going to take out the washboard, look up at Cletus is on the wall. Now get your silly little ass going, and I'm gonna sing to him soothingly so that he gets a hoedown, basically.
Nice.
It's a solo song just for you, sweetheart.
And so you get just 2
Okay.
plus 2
That's
Yeah.
plus 2 to
Two
attack
solid.
and save, so.
action die and saves.
Oh, cool. All right.
love it.
So that's Mama Purdy following up with Cletus.
All right. Well, I will continue running up the wall after it. And this time I'm going to go with the tried and true quiver and palm, trying to stun this thing.
Sure.
I'll go ahead and bring out the swords this time around.
Okay.
Give myself +2, because why not?
Why not?
So we've got a 12 to hit. Does 12 hit?
12 hits. 12 does clear it, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, the deed goes off. So it needs to make a will save of 12 or be stunned for a round.
I got an 11.
Okay, it's stunned for a round. It takes 9 damage.
Go ahead and roll me a d6 as well, because
Okay.
it falls right off the wall.
That's why I did it.
Oh, wow. So how much damage initially?
So 9 to start.
Okay, 9, then that additional 6 of fall damage. So you put 15 feet of damage. It's on the ground. We'll say we're out of combat at this point. It's dazed, it's stunned. You can see it's kind of reeling, but it's still alive, barely, But it's at about this time you all kind of about ready to go into your second salvo. When you hear in the distance somewhere.
Sorry, second salvo.
Yeah. A deep rumbling. It's shaking everything. You can see dust kind of coming off of the walls of the temple a little bit. It's really deep thrumming. You can see off kind of towards we were imagining the northwest where you are. Imagine it from, like, if you're looking at the map, somewhere between like area A7 and A8. You can see a red light start up. And in the distance, you hear this klaxon, almost this deep, like boom, boom. And it's with this thing's eye was already big, but it goes even wider. And it starts scrambling like it's trying to get away.
Get him. Get him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cleet. Actually, I won't make you. If you want to finish this thing off, you can definitely do it. It's stunned. It's broken.
We can hog tie him.
Yeah. I think that would be fittingly what Cleese would do. Like, do the initial attack to make it fall off the wall and then just jump off the wall and
just
downward stab.
You finish it off. This strange static kind of cuts out and then fades to nothingness. And you see the glow in its eye kind of just fade out to darkness. But you can see the light in the distance getting brighter. The rumbling is increasing in intensity. And that warning siren or whatever it is getting louder.
Maybe we should drag this thing inside with us so we
Let's
don't
go.
leave a sign of what we're doing.
Yeah, let's get him. I'll drag this piece of shit right here, and I'll go ahead and
Get Glint with his
You
shoulder.
get
just
one
start-
piece of shit, I'll get the other.
Okay. You drag
guys
I'm
were
this.
sorry,
just-
Glint. I love you.
I figured you guys were bringing the monster and leave me outside.
Like, oh my God, we forgot Glint.
Yeah, you grab Glint You grab this dead creature. Oh, that's good to know, Bert. As this warning siren, the lights, they increase. You can see they're pulsing with this siren. Do you go just inside the temple or inside the little cabin as well?
At the very least, we're gonna go in and alert everybody else that there's a giant something or other thing that Glint totally alerted.
Yeah. I'm inclined to get inside of the magical doohickey.
Yeah, we got to warn. Let's get inside. They got to know.
Okay, yeah, you go inside. Jake, Bert, you get this. They wake you up, and you can feel it now. The rumbling, it's getting more and more intense. The siren is getting more and more tense. You can see this red light starting to bleed through the, the cracks in the shutters, the reinforced shutters on the windows, as this loud siren it's almost to the point where it hurts as this rumbling gets closer. What do you all want to do? Are you just gonna hide here, run out and face whatever this is?
Am I still stunned?
I'll tell you what, you're no longer stunned.
Okay, I was about to have an easy decision there, but
Whatever that thing we were fighting outside, it was scared of it. So if it was scared of it, I think we might want to be scared of it too.
So can this magical dwelling withstand being swallowed whole? That's the question.
I think so. It's a strong structure on its own, and then plus my magical fortifications. I do feel quite safe inside. I do have to tell you, whatever this is has me quite shaken. And he's almost yelling it now at you just because it's so loud that he's yelling to get the words to you. And you can, along with this rumbling as it intensifies, there's the metallic sound. Imagine almost like the sound of like tank treads. Just this constant squeaking, deep metallic grating noise.
now I gotta say, like, this structure's pretty undamaged when we got here, right?
Yeah.
So
I say we stay.
Yeah.
As you're inside, you can hear the occasional, like something maybe dislodging from the roof above. Nothing large, but striking, falling onto it. As you're going, is anyone going to be brave enough to maybe take a peek out of a crack to see if you can see anything?
Brave enough or
no.
dumb enough?
If the sound if it starts sounding like it's going away from us at any point, I will peek out.
Okay. Sure enough, it gets real close, and it sounds like it stops. The grating noise stops. This klaxon still going. There's this deep vibration now. It almost sounds like a motor going, a very deep, loud motor. But then, sure enough, after a few minutes, it starts to fade. As you peek outside the cabin, you look through it. You look through one of like the windows that's still in this temple, and you can see, looks to be maybe 20, 30 feet up. You can see a head moving away from it, metallic, with these bright, glowing, extremely intense red eyes that pulse with this warning sound that sounds like it's coming from it. But you see this, and you watch as it slowly moves away, and eventually in the distance, maybe after 15, 20 minutes, the rumbling's completely gone. You can barely hear the siren in the distance, and eventually it seems to stop.
They got a goddamn Gundam here.
Okay, so
Lion has just
leaving?
rolled back over and gone to sleep.
If somebody hit snooze on that thing, trying to get some sleep.
Does anybody know what the hell this one-eyed thing is? Or maybe that's a following morning sort of question.
Yeah, we can ask that now. What is going on with my silly vape? Yeah, if someone wants to give me, if you would have any kind of past experience with strange or magical creatures, you can make a D20 intelligence roll. If you can't think of any reason why you would, you can give me a D10 intelligence roll.
Magical creatures, like my jug is fey magic, so like
Yeah,
think
I'll allow it.
maybe.
Yeah.
So what was you want me to roll?
D20, just regular intelligence chest. Pretty much this is a skilled or
just-
unskilled.
I'm going
I
to roll
have-
unskilled.
I've been to
Dude,
hell,
unskilled.
so here we go. I have no idea what the hell this is.
Now that there is a boogan.
So, from those, none of you are familiar with this thing. Dazan's just like, I'll study it for a few hours, see if I can come up with anything. But
I even got the best unskilled rolls it's possible.
in
It's got one
my,
eye. It's pretty clear. It's a cyclops. Why is everyone confused?
it's a very small cyclops.
I can assure you that is not a cyclops.
It's
If
got
you-
one eye.
It's a Cyclops orphan.
So if
I know what a cyclops looks like, damn it. I'm Greek.
that's true.
Oh,
That is
maybe this
true.
one's a little different. That's
So kind of explaining to Dazan what your encounter with it. It's clinging to the walls, trying to peer inside. Once it noticed you, there was a strange static with strange words. Do you relay the word that you heard it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like once all the craziness is done, like
and that thing was in my head. It said something like Briac or Brianna, Bianca, something like that.
He's like, oh, I'm familiar with this in my studies. That is actually ancient Atlantean. And it's a command word, like a magical command word. And it means fall.
It certainly did fall, didn't it?
Yeah.
But other than that, he's like, I don't know what it is. I will certainly do some studying on it. It's completely foreign to me. The rest of the night goes by uneventfully. I'll say you can get your full rest in. And then next session, we'll start up with you all being able to start freely moving around, exploring Atlantis.
Awesome.
very cool.
Going to fight a robot.
Could come to it. Let's see.
We're going to form the Megazord.
Artificial intelligence was the downfall of Atlantis. You just watch.
Mm.
Or like artificial intelligence, am I right? Got him.
Cool. Just put my notes so I don't forget what I'm supposed to prep over the next couple of weeks. Let's see. Bert, what do you got going on this week? Where can people find you?
Hey, we're playing Talisman Adventures, new RPG in the Talisman world from Games Workshop. You might know the board game. We're playing that this Friday at twitch.tv/Steam Steel Murder. On Sunday, we're doing Shadowrun using the Powered by the Apocalypse system. And Saturday, I'll be in Chuck's game, which we'll let him talk about. Also, check out the podcast at BlueMagicBluMagik.com.
Very cool. Jeff.
Yeah, on Friday at twitch.tv/lollygaggers at 8 Central. We are continuing 8 Central. We're continuing our Delta Green Impossible Landscapes campaign. And then on Saturday at like 6 Central, we're doing Worlds Without Number. It's like a sci fantasy hex crawl. And on Monday, you can catch a bunch of these folks and myself also playing Things from the Flood.
Very cool. And Jeremy.
Yeah, you want to hear some nerds grumble about their thoughts about the new Marvel Aliens comic having an alien king in it? You can come to the Plutecast, PLEWD. Why not? And then, yeah, there is some cool stuff coming up this Saturday. It'd be good.
Very cool. Yeah, Chuck, that's me. Jake, Dan. We're all OG DOK. Let's see, what do we got? Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow night here on Defenders of Cobalt, 9 p.m. Central, we're going to be doing Watercolors and Warriors, our 5th ed Ghibli-inspired campaign. Friday night, 9 p.m. Central, we're going to be playing some basic fantasy role-playing game. Joe's running us through that in his homebrew campaign. Saturday, 1 p.m. Central, here on Defenders of Cobalt, Forbidden Lands, we're continuing the story there. We've moved it off Free League Publishing, and we're bringing it home. So catch us here, 1 p.m. Central. And then also Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central, we're doing a Tiny Cthulhu one-shot. We're actually going to be running. I don't have it with me. And it's got a mouthful of a title. It's one of the adventures that came with the Kickstarter. It's the one that I didn't think was not good. So it's the good one, and I look forward to running it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There it is, Tiny Cthulhu by Gallon Night Games. So yeah, Saturday night, tune in for that. And that's what we fucking got. I don't have anything else. Good night, good game. And until we see you next time, start fires. Yep, that's the one. Sister of something or other. Yeah, Thaneth Hale. But yeah, anyway, until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs. Go get your vaccine so you can start tipping them fucking bartenders. Deuces.